In the vast, blocky expanse of the Minecraft universe, stories of valor and exploration unfolded daily. Among these tales was one of a brave miner named Flint, who roamed the Skystone Valley, a place known for its treacherous cliffs, abundant minerals, and an ever-looming sense of mystery. Dressed in sturdy iron armor and wielding a well-worn diamond pickaxe, Flint was not just any miner. He was an adventurous soul with an insatiable curiosity about the world and the creatures that inhabited it. Skystone Valley was notorious for its silent yet deadly inhabitants, creepers. These green, pixelated foes haunted the shadows, lurking near the lush foliage and rocky crags. While many players saw them as nothing more than a mere nuisance, Flint viewed them with a spark of intrigue. He sought to unravel the enigma behind their existence. Night after night, tales whispered through the ether spoke of the creeper's secret, a legend that suggested that these seemingly mindless creatures had once walked a different path, a path intertwined with the history of Minecraft itself. One misty evening, as the sun began its descent beyond the towering mountains, Flint made camp under an ancient oak tree. The crisp air of Skystone was filled with the sweet scent of rain-soaked earth, mixing with the faint aroma of cooked steak emanating from his campfire. He pulled out his well-polished map, noting the locations of nearby caves and the ruins of ancient structures that dotted the landscape. A sudden chill crept up his spine, a warning of the shadows gathering around him as twilight merged into night. As darkness enveloped the valley, Flint prepared himself for an expedition. He equipped his trusty pickaxe and strapped on his torches, eager to delve into a notorious cave that had long piqued his curiosity. The Gloom Hollow. Legends foretold of hidden treasures, and most tantalizingly, hints at the true origin of creepers. As Flint approached the cave's gaping entrance, a sense of foreboding mixed with excitement surged through him. Caves were often deep, dark, and filled with dangers, but he felt an undeniable pull, as though some hidden force beckoned him inside. Stepping into the Gloom Hollow, Flint's torchlight flickered against the damp stone walls, casting eerie shadows that danced in rhythm with his heartbeat. He scoured the ground for ores and treasures, gathering coal and iron as he ventured deeper into the labyrinthine corridors. The silence was deafening, interrupted only by the faint drip of water echoing from the stalactites above. Moments turned into hours, and as he meticulously searched, Flint felt a strange energy surrounding him, a compelling urge to press on. Suddenly, Flint stumbled upon a hidden chamber, unobtrusive yet alluring. A cavern adorned with mossy stones, overgrown roots, and the faint glimmer of emeralds embedded in the walls. In its center stood a pedestal, draped in vines, cradling an ancient tablet. Intrigued, Flint approached cautiously, his heart steadying with anticipation. The air buzzed with a palpable energy, and as he reached out, a shiver danced across his fingers. As he brushed the dirt from the tablet's surface, the markings began to shimmer, glowing with an otherworldly light. Flint felt a rush of memories flood his mind as images warped and twisted, an overwhelming vision of a time long past. He saw villagers, once joyful and vibrant, toiling to fend off all manner of threats. But among them, he glimpsed creepers, green figures in turmoil, trapped between survival and sacrifice. The villagers had once revered them, protecting a powerful relic that held a magical secret. However, as greed and jealousy seeped into their hearts, they turned on the very creatures they had sought to bless. The energy of the creepers twisted, casting a pall of misery upon them, transforming them into the hostile beings known today. Flint's breath caught in his throat. The tablet revealed not just the sorrow of a species, but a fundamental truth of existence within Minecraft. What had once been created from harmony turned into chaos through betrayal. And the creepers, now wreathed in silence, were echoes of innocence lost, cursed to roam the land in a perpetual state of fear and rage. The cavern trembled as the last of the visions faded, the truth weighing heavily on Flint's heart. He stepped back from the tablet, grappling with the reality he had uncovered. Flint realized the importance of his new knowledge. The creepers weren't merely accidents of gameplay. They were messengers of a fractured bond forged long ago between creatures and humans. Determined to make amends, Flint knew he must return to the village and share the tale. But as he turned to exit the chamber, his ears pricked at the noise of soft hissing that erupted from the darkness. 1, 2, 3 creepers emerged from shadowy corners, their ominous forms silhouetted against his flickering torchlight. Flint's heart raced, not from fear but from a deep sense of empathy. These beings were reflections of the pain and sorrow he had just witnessed. The creepers locked eyes with him, their expressions a mix of hostility and curiosity. Flint understood he had to act fast. His goal was not one of fighting, but rather finding a way to break the cycle of despair. He dropped a piece of cooked steak he had in his inventory, watching as their gazes shifted cautiously towards the offering. It was a chance, the opportunity to relate, to bridge the gap created by time and misunderstanding. To his amazement, the closest creeper approached slowly, eyeing the food. Flint held his breath. He could feel the tension crackle in the air. As the creature extended a tentative green hand and reached for the steak, an unexpected sound echoed through the Gloom Hollow. A soft, almost grateful hiss, reminiscent of a sigh. Flint's heart swelled with hope as he witnessed this moment of connection. Behind him, however, more dangerous sounds began to fill the cavern. A horde of hostile mobs approached, their growls reverberating through the zone. In an instant, the peaceful atmosphere morphed into chaos. Flint, realizing he had a choice, made a split-second decision. He stood between the approaching threats and the creepers, brandishing his pickaxe. Just as the menacing figures pieced together their strategy, the creepers bolted into action, moving swiftly with a grace Flint had never associated with them. Instead of attacking him, they dashed forward, detonating with explosive energy against their enemies. Flint felt the shockwaves ripple through the air as he dodged to the side, eyes wide, watching as the creepers worked together with a sense of purpose. This coordinated approach pushed back the mobs, clearing a path through the chaos. The dust settled, and Flint couldn't believe his eyes. The creepers stood, visibly altered. There was a softness to their demeanor, a flickering sense of kinship glimmering in their emerald eyes. What once had represented destruction now blossomed into a powerful alliance forged in the crucible of battle. With a nod of gratitude, the lead creeper extended a hand toward Flint, a truce silently forming within a world built on conflict. In that moment, Flint understood the depths of connection that could grow from compassion. He turned and ventured back toward the village, leaving the darkened caverns and hidden histories behind. As dawn broke over Skystone Valley, the horizon lit up with hope. No longer would creepers be perceived merely as enemies. They were guardians of a deeper truth, caught in a cycle yearning for redemption. The story of Flint and the creepers spread throughout the land, a tale whispered from one player to the next, the day that legends transformed into allies, and how a humble miner had unwittingly become the bridge between two worlds. While the tales of the Gloom Hollow would echo through time, the true magic resided not in the ancient secrets laid bare, but in the power of understanding and the choices one makes when faced with uncertainty. And so, the dawn broke, bathed in the warm hues of a new beginning, where not only villagers and adventurers, but also creepers could coexist, shaping a future grounded in comprehension, respect, and shared stories woven through the fibers of the Minecraft universe.